What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And before this video begins, like, for one, no, I'm not using this voiceover to stretch the video out to be more than 10 minutes. Trust me, if I wanted to, I'll just add a bunch of random cards and add unnecessary voiceover. For one, yes, as you guys can tell by the background, this was the original PUBG Mobile video I was gonna record, but it stopped randomly, so I decided to, so I needed to play a different game. In this case, I decided to pick Paper Royale 2. But yeah, anyway, so yes, this is the inch chess analysis, and yes, as you guys can tell by the thumbnail, maybe, or maybe I'd say later on, but yes, I am playing the Plato version of chess. It has all the same rules, it has everything the same. Yes, Plato's the same map I played Werewolf on. I'm not gonna try to make another Werewolf video so soon, but yeah. Anyway, all I wanted to say is that if you guys want me to make more analysis videos like these, then tell me so in the comments. Anyway, enjoy the video. What's going on, guys? So right now I was in the middle of a match, but because I have this guy like cornered in a bit, he decided to go AFK, and as like I said, he can either get on now and finish the match now, or he will automatically resign in 24 hours, because that's how the game is. That plot is developed, where if you don't finish your chess match, you will automatically lose if you don't move anything for 24 hours. So yeah. Anyway, so this was when the game started, and yes, I am going to be showing you guys the overview up until now. So yeah. Anyway, so I came from like a kind of losing situation to a winning one. Although I can't really say I was losing in this match. But yeah. So first, obviously he makes this move. So first he moves the pawn where it's at, so therefore he can have his bishop. Oops. Damn it. Okay, I just showed you guys what the thing looks like. It's not gonna be that long. If it's like more than 12 minutes, I'll just cut this part out. Okay, anyway, so he first moves, so therefore he has room to move his bishop and his queen. He was going for like the 4-move checkmate. So therefore I move my horse, he starts developing his thing. So therefore I move my horse again. This time he moves his queen in position. So then I move my pawn to make it look like I'm an idiot. So when he takes that thing, I automatically take his queen. And he can't take my horse. Well, he can, but then he'll just automatically lose his bishop. So he starts moving his horse, I move my pawn up. At this point I'm trying to block it, so if he does decide to take one of my... So if he does change his mind, decides to take my horse, he will have to go through my pawn first. So he develops his pawn, because I think at this point he thinks I'm trying to develop my own for checkmate move thing, but different. Anyway, so I move my bishop, he moves his pawn. I take his pawn without any consequences, so he moves his knight again, and right here I effed up because I was trying to castle. As you guys saw, I was trying to castle, but because I pressed the wrong button, I ended up moving my rook instead. So I decided to do the long way castle, so I decided to like move my bishop because he was moving his pawns forward, so I decided to take that with the horse. He takes my horse, take his other horse, then he takes my horse, and then I take his pawn away, which leaves me more room. Now I just move my bishop into a position necessary, and this time he's actually needed because I was planning on trying to take his like rook, but then I'll be cornered in a bit. But because he moved it and like trying to put pressure on me, I can just take it without any consequences. There wasn't any consequence to begin with, but still, I was trying to play aggressive. So anyway, so he moves his pawn, I move my rook, he moves his bishop, I take his pawn, then he takes my pawn with his horse. At that point, I just move my queen, I get him to move his bishop, I start moving my king. He moves his pawn down. I move my king again. He moves his bishop to threaten my rook, and I technically castle. But this is how castling looks like if I didn't F up. So I was just trying to find a way to castle. Anyway, so then he moves his pawn. I move my pawn up because I'm trying to get my queen back. So I moved it again, and due to my bishop being in a position where if he decides to take my pawn, he'll lose his bishop, and he will only have one leftover bishop at this point. And my king at this point is in the white tile, so you can't afford to do that. So anyway, he ignores it. I move it up. Now he's moving his pawn over there, and at that point he himself was trying to get his queen. So So let's see. Let's go back a bit. So when he moved so when I moved my pawn up, I was hoping to take his rook. But he decided to move his pawn instead, which leads me to take his rook without consequences. So he moves his bishop up to attempt to take my rook. I move my bishop back because I'm trying to move it to the white tile diagonally. So if I do move my pawn, his king won't be able to take it. So then he moves his pawn, puts me in check. I just move in front, so he can't move any more forward. He decides to he uses bishop to kill my rook, and then I use my other rook to kill him off. I don't know what he was trying to do, but whatever. Now, at this point, he moves his pawn up. I move my bishop in position. Now he moves his bishop, threatening no one. I move my pawn. He moves his king and safe to avoid harm's way. I move my pawn to put him in check. Now that he officially moved his king out of the way, I can get my queen back. I think he was forced to, I think he was basically forced to. I mean, he couldn't, he could have moved it next to it, but I think he decided just to take away my bishop. But at that point, I didn't care. The moment I got my queen back, he's already in check, so he moves his king forward. I get rid of his bishop. Now he has no protection. I get rid of his pawn all the way down. He moves his king there. I move my king there. And at this moment, it's white's turn. He has not moved yet, but he'll automatically resign anyway. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. And yes, I'm sorry I haven't uploaded like around in a week, I believe, at this point. I was trying to decide whether to play Sonic Hedgehog 2 again or to play a different game. But yeah. Alright, so this was my chess experience so far in Plato. I haven't won yet, but he will automatically resign in 24 hours anyway. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this in-depth analysis, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.